What's good, YouTube? It's Uno Jordan from the Hills Collective. Today I'm going to show y'all how to make an insane OSAMASON type beat. Something like score the Osama Walk song. Let's get straight to it. Before I get into the beat, I'm going to just show y'all a little snippet of what I have so far, or what I made. For the first sound that I did these chords, which is really just, it's not really a chord, it's really just two notes going to make a chord, which is C and F. And I just really wanted to make it like as like a glow beat, or like a glow beat with like synths in it. That's what, like, when listening to these songs that Gyro produced for OSAMASON, I think they're really just like glow songs with like with hella synths in them. And this is what I came up with. And then for the second sound, I did a counter melody. This is the sound right here. It's really just a saw, has some glide in it. That's pretty much it for this sound. It's a really simple sound. I made it from scratch, and all these sounds will be in the description with the FLP and all that stuff. And then second, I did like some glow stabs with like, I think I did it with a saw synth. If you want to recreate it, it's really just a saw synth with some resonance. And then I think for the voicing, I added like a unison with 5 voices. So if you're like on Serum or anything like this, just copy these settings in like a Serum manner. And I really just copied the first chords that I did and just did it in this pattern. But for the end pattern, I did it like this. You'll see later, because when it's all together, it sounds like this so far. I feel like you don't want to have it going too much with the chords all the way, because you want it to have some difference with it, so it's not all pumped up together, if y'all know what I'm saying. I know it might sound difficult, but it'll make sense at the end. And then next I added this bass sound, just so it could have some like when I'm like adding the 808s on it. And it's really just like a bass with hella glide on it. Like, it's nothing too crazy. Like, you can find most sounds like this in Serum, but I just prefer Massive X because I've been using it like forever. I just think Massive X sounds better. And then if you want Massive X, like putting it on game, I'm not a sponsor or nothing like that, but they do like a $10 a month thing, which I like usually do, and I feel like it's worth it. And it comes with like contact and all that other stuff. So next I added a brass, just so it could still have that glow sound with it. And this is the preset in contact. It's a really simple brass. You can find one shots, but I just prefer contact. Next I added this ARP sound, which is really like a chip tune sound, but I just slowed it down a little bit in like the macros, and then this is how it sounds. Just so there's like a high frequency sound going on during this beat. And if you have Massive X, these are the settings for it. It's nothing like too crazy. And then the last melody I added was this lead sound right here. If I can get to it real quick. This lead sound, which is like really repetitive. I feel like with these melodies, you could be as repetitive as possible. It really doesn't like matter, as long as it's hard at the end of the day. Honestly, that's just a pulse lead with some glide on it. Like, you could easily remake this in any other synth. I think Purity even has a sound like this that's like a regular bass patch. So with the drums, like, I don't know, the drums are like insane for these OSAMASON beats. Like, I literally had to listen to the songs that OSAMASON dropped for like an hour just to get a concept of how they were. And then like starting off with the 808, I used like a Zay sound in 808. Yeah, I used a Zay sound in 808. But to like really sauce it up, I did a glide down from the note instead of like pausing it. And this is how it sounds. And to do that effect, all you have to do is just really glide it down. And to do that, just double click. And then if you see on my top corner, I think like right here on my FLP, it'll say slide, or you can add portamento. I don't add portamento because it's unnecessary. But to slide the note, just do that. For the percussion, that's how it sounds together. So with the clap, I just did a regular clap pattern, nothing too crazy. And you really don't have to do like drum switch ups with this because honestly, it's just distorting at the end of the day. I think on like the scored song, there is like a snare like switch up, but that's like 2 snare hits. For the next sound, I did a tom because I think in the song it's a tom and scored there's a tom, but I ended up making it mono because I don't know, sometimes you gotta mess around with sounds because like a lot of these drum kits have like sounds in stereo and you really want a lot of your drums to be mono. Like this is how it sounded originally. Like I don't know, that's like too much for me, so I just ended up making it mono. The next is a hi-hat. It's a pretty simple pattern. And then for the last drum sound, it's just a chant. I almost ended this tutorial without even showing you like the real source. So if you really want them distorted like beats that OSAMASON really be having on the album, a way to get that distorted sound is instead of putting your soft clipper on your master and just distorting it, put the soft clipper on the current. That's really the sauce right there. Put the soft clipper on the current, then boost up your master, and this is how it sounds. Actually, let me show y'all how it sounded before. This is how it sounds at first. And then if you want that distorted sound, just bump this up. You can bump it up as much as you want. Just don't do it like OD because like you still want an artist to rap on it at the end of the day, and they can really distort their sounds if they want to. But you turn up the master, make sure you have a soft clipper on the current, and you export it because if you don't, it's really not going to sound as good. But this is how it sounds. Like, it's insane. And that's the full tutorial, and this is going to be the full